That's where clubs should copy, because they should, like the president always preach.
So what president is saying
now
we should stop hosting club officials here for free.
You can host them for marketing.
Not in that line, but
come and see the studio, then we pay.
But Clive, we are running out of time. Let me finish up my questions. Yes, for starters, I remember you guys were hosting in Chigaya. Was it in Big Leach?
Yes.
And then you moved to Masindi, because I think it was about the club licensing and everything. What challenges have you faced? And I saw, was it on Facebook or Twitter, when the club is having plans of building their own stadium, I saw people soliciting funds and contributing. So what like, how is that project progressing? The club is plans of having their own stadium, and then also there is that habit you guys are having, and many clubs have copped, including I think NEC, when after the match, a home match, you reveal the gate correction. Like, what's the orientation of that? And then what things, because you guys are a community club, and of course FIFA President Ndamazima will always preach about clubs standing into going back into their community and everything. What benefits maybe have you got from having such a huge number of funds, and and what plans do you have to make your project that's sustainable?
Thank you very much, Brian. Quickly, why we announce money we collected is to increase confidence in the funds, because for it to be a community club, the funds must contribute financially, even psychologically, but financially is very important. Even the drive that we have now is for the funds to subscribe in different categories. We have the executives who are going to be paying 6 million per year. We have level 1. People are going to be paying 650 per year, and then we have a second level. People are going to be paying 150.
This one is going to start, or it's already?
It's going to start. It's just going to start. So,
like in form of season tickets?
In form of season tickets, but we are calling it membership or ownership, because once a club gets profit, you will be able to also benefit. Depending on your contribution, and all these people who will pay will have cards. They will be watching games free. Of course, the executives will even have a gown. Yeah, all the 3 levels, except the last level. Of course, the second level they will be watching, not from VIP.
Because I'm saying the executive members, you're targeting 65.
65 members.
Then level 1 members, you're targeting 600. And then level 2 members, you're targeting 3,000.
3,000. So in total, we want to raise 1 billion from that campaign, which we are going to launch, of course, later on. We are going to launch it before the league ends, and even if we raised only 300 million, it would be enough of sustainability. In terms of the stadium, the club bought land, and that is part of the things that will make it sustainable. We bought land, and the construction right now, the playing surface is 85%. I think in the next 1 or 2 months, FIFA will be coming to look at it, to inspect the playing surface. The chain is already there. We are going to now, after the 3 games which I've told you, the big games that we expect to have, all the money that will be collected there is going to be looking at putting up the dressing rooms and the perimeter fence, and that will help us to have that revenue. Why the challenges that we have when we are playing in Masindi, of course, will be now reduced by the stadium. For it is 10 kilometers from the city. In fact, people wanted the stadium to be a bit far because of the celebrations and the others. And you see how the language the people use when they are watching games, they don't want to be with their in-laws and the others. So they will also they will be moving only 10 kilometers like Kigaya to go and watch those games. So we are facing a challenge that to move to Masindi is 55 kilometers, which is almost 1 hour, and it requires over 10,000 for people to move, or 15,000. So in spite of that, fans have been moving to Masindi to come and watch these games.
So they love the outing.
So they love the outing, but this one is a bit expensive now, because Gala and the 10 kilometers, a border will be charged 2,000, 3,000, and then you move to watch the game. So next season we expect that the revenue may even double actually, because majority of the fans actually in Hoima will come to Masindi. Masindi people watch, but the majority are from Hoima. So we believe with that and the other subscription, the club will automatically be sustainable, and it will live the test of time. And we just need to just improve and then be able to win a lot in Uganda. Perhaps next season we may not be in the issues of top 5. We may immediately declare that we won the trophy.
We may even choose to host CAF Champions League there in case.
Yeah, because they are constructing a stadium in Hoima, but it will not be ready next season, of course. But if people are also, by that, that's an added advantage, because the stadium which is going to be in Hoima, if Kitara now starts winning trophies, it means that the one for African Cup, it means that we shall be hosting our games in Hoima, the Champions League.
I want to declare that this show is incomplete. We should have a part 2.
Yes, and
because with all the nice things,
we can even have a paid part 2.
yes,
we've run out of time.
1 minute.
We've run out, Brad. We've run out of time, and there should be a part 2 on this show, because with all the nice things that Deo here said, I'm also reliably informed that he's a man who does not love to overstay power.
Yes, and
so
that's
I'm wondering, when he moves on, who is going to make sure that actually this continues?
Yeah, I'm left with 1.5 years. 1.5 years, and we have other 2 people already that are learning now. Who are going to take over. Who are going to take over, but we have to, so they have to compete.
In case
we are
the
trying to screen them. If the fans plead, I ask them if they plead for me to say, because the constitution is very clear that you can have 3 years, which can.
And you've done how many times?
I'm going to make 3 years after next season. I've done 1.5. I did the whole of big league now, half league now. So if I told them if I'm to stay, if they say that I have to stay, they have to first raise money. For the campaign that we have to make the 900 million,
to make your work easier.
Yeah, once they make 900 million, and they ask me to stay, I'll remain and then be able to superintend the club for more, maybe 1 term, because ultimately also I need private.
So you want me to stay? Let's work as a team.
Let's work as a team, because community club, the community must support, and the biggest is the finances really. So if they do that, I can still remain more 3 years. Then the other 2 people who are supposed to take over, we debate with them and see.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we had for you today on the show. But yes, I'm going to insist on having a part 2, a continuation of this show, because I feel there's a lot that we need to discover that Kitara is doing that is also beneficial to other football clubs in Uganda, but also other sports institutions in Uganda that have actually been here longer than Kitara Football Club. But Mr. Kasozi, thank you for your time for today.
Thank you very much, Clive and Brian, for hosting me, and then the entire management for Sanyu FM. And I want to thank also the Federation, for the enabling environment for us really to run as a team. And I want to thank all the fans for supporting the club, and I want you to support the club now financially. Own your card, and we continue as a community club so that we'll be able to displace all these Kampala people.
There's money, of course. I will be back in 7 days' time, but make a date with me, 7:30 in the morning, 4:30 in the afternoon, and at 8 p.m. in Uganda. Have a blessed weekend. It's time for the news, and thereafter we shall be having